Once again, we are back at Nier's village with a lot of progress done. We are next, hopefully, I think, going to go to Facade. Now that we have the Law of Robotics Sacrifice and Memory Tree keys. Wait, that's not right. Yeah, and the Stone Guardian. I forgot one. We need Loyal Cerberus. That's the only one left. So let's talk to Popola, who will hopefully tell us that we got a letter from the King of Facade. I almost wanted to call him the Prince of the Facade. Prince of the Facade. Prince of Facade. I'm living in the past here. In more ways than one, considering the fact that we're replaying parts of this game. Of course, we have to do the area as well. Depressing shell of a village. Oh, we gotta do that right now. Okay. I'll be very, very interested. Gotta remember any of the new content in this one. Or in this part of the game, rather, when we go to the area. Hoping to get the sacrifice key, but as we all know, it doesn't quite work out that way. Which reminds me, there might be, before everything goes to hell in the area, there might be a weapon that I actually need to buy. Well, we just need to go there, so that is what we will do. See you in just a moment.
Open their minds.
You think so? I have my doubts.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
That place is a shithole.
Don't be so nervous, Kaine. We'll protect you.
I got me taken care of. Worry about protecting yourself.
Ooh, the village. It's home to so many terrible little memories, isn't it, Kaine?
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Yeah, I figured if Tehran was gonna have anything to say, it'd be in the area.
We do not desire needless conflict. If we can continue to live with humans,
then we can continue to live peacefully.
but that man will come. Yes, that man will come. He will kill us all. He will kill our women and children. What should we do? What can we do?
Oh, I thought there was a shiny in Kaine's old place. Just broken pottery over here. But it was just that floating. Is it a butterfly? It is, that's pretty. Not sure I've ever noticed that before. Alright, so hopefully before the shades reveal themselves, we can buy a weapon we need to. Which reminds me, what is our weapon percentage at? 90%. Getting there. We have to talk to the chief, but I'm gonna take advantage of going to the shop first. Oh, do we have to go around the other? No, we don't. Whew, that was close. Definitely lucked out on the aiming there. That's the shopkeeper for items. This is the shopkeeper for groceries. And here's the weapon guy. There are no items you can buy. Alright, we're all set, I think. The last two we get from the quest might be all we need, now that I think about it. Alright, so now we gotta thank you for bearing with me. Now we'll go back and talk talk to the chief. Oh, gotta go up one more ladder. Silly me forgetting how to get around the area. Kind of related to the new content, I so wish I could know a percentage of people that just stopped playing the game after ending I guess I could look at the PlayStation trophy percentages, but those aren't entirely accurate, and even then it's only one platform. Because the game also came out on Xbox 360, so, but yeah, it would be really interesting to know how many people just stopped after ending Our days are numbered, our village is doomed. Didn't send the letter. And now we go back to the merchants. A little square they set up there. Jump down here and then jump down and snake around onto the ladder. Oh, I didn't land on it that time. Too bad. Oh, crap is right. This one putting up a magic barrier.
Mind if I join you?
Unfortunately, Nier, you already killed someone who looked like a normal person, so maybe it was a shade in disguise. Oh, come on. That's goofy. The shades are getting smarter, like Grimoire Vice has been saying. They put melted butter all over the ladder. Nier just bounced right off. It's ingenious.
Get out of here! No! I'm not going to abandon my sister!
Kaine, who are they?
Don't believe her. This woman's a shade.
My sister! No! You people are the true monsters!
Stay back. Your sister is one of them now.
I don't care! She's my sister and I love her!
Why have you done this? We just wanted to live our lives in peace. You monster, you possessed monster. It is you who have lost your humanity. You are the true monsters. cursed ones, you're the ones who should die.
Kaine, look out!
Kill them now!
No! You've gotta stop this! I'm trying to save you from the shades! Please, please stop!
Emil! We need to get out of here. Kaine! Kaine, get up! Hurry!
Oh, the little vixen has finally run out of steam. Is it my turn now? Are you sure about that, sunshine?
Stop this at once!
Leave us in peace!
Quite a bit of fighting that needs to be done. Ooh, that was a good unison block there. There we go, we killed enough. The villagers are under attack over there. I'm sure Kaine will be fine. Oops. Okay, let's try to do this. Okay. What could that black swirl be? Let's go ahead and charge up some dark lances for this to break that armor. Didn't do super well with the shade in front of the bridge, but maybe he'll do it slightly better this time. Oh yeah, a lot less HP. Oh, I tried to send him on the edge too.
What's that?
When the orb is just loading in, it reminds me a lot of Ozma from Final Fantasy IX. Definitely not once it gets to its complete form, though.
My pages. Is this beast a shade as well? That thing sucked up the villagers.
Stop! But kill them all! I can't!
Our village, our world, where am I? Who am I? Oh, got a few of them blocked off, that's unfortunate. Sending some Emil faces after us. Get some MP back. Oh, that doesn't hurt. At least we got all our MP back, and it's about to be covered. But as soon as it's exposed, we'll let all these fly. That's unfortunate. Yeah, okay, gotta use magic. Or, okay. I'm a little confused. Maybe I did too much damage already. Or they're just missing. That was badly timed. Okay, now it's landing. I just had to do Dark Blast, of course. The secret to any boss fight. Oh. Oh. thought I was hitting him more, and I just wasn't at all. Definitely a little sad having to subject Emil to this. Well, not really subjecting him to it again, but having to see him deal with this again. It's a rough time for him. I mean, a rougher time for the people that live in the area, but you know what I mean. I always forget if we have to go around now or not. Yeah, we do. Still never not gonna love the way that, oops, that vice says Emil. I'm working on it, I'm working on it. Alright, now I'm hoping all of these, before the bullets hit me, this should do a decent amount. More dialogue from it, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to stand here and wait. For Dark Blast to carry us here. The great thing about spamming Dark Blast too is that you can't really get interrupted out of it, because the damage comes out so quickly. A sudden switch of outfit because we switched to a CG cutscene.
Emil, wait! He's gone. His instincts have taken hold. The ultimate weapon is being deployed.
This ain't good, sunshine.
You saved our lives. Didn't you? If it wasn't for you, we'd all be dead. We owe you. It's all right. Don't look back.
There's the sacrifice key. I was silly and mixed it up with Loyal Cerberus before, that's my bad. Oh, let's take one look at the area again. Not to make a meal have to dwell on it, but it's always surprising just how devastating it is. Alright, speaking of which, we should probably go work towards the Loyal Cerberus now. The last key we need before going to the Shadow Lord's castle, we have to finish the damaged map side quest, and we have to do 2 other side quests in order to get one last weapon as well, but we have to finish the events in Facade before we can do those, I'm pretty sure. And we will go back to Popola now, so I will see you there. Oh, speaking of which, we never turned in that bridge quest, did we? We killed it. My daughter is dead. She passed while you were gone. Here, take this money. I won't be needing it anymore. 30,000 gold. That seems like life savings to me. The quest at Bridge in Peril is complete. Why have the gods cursed us? Good question. It's really unfortunate that Tehran doesn't speak more than he does, but obviously I get it. It probably wasn't in the budget to have Tehran comment on everything as if he was a new party member, but considering the fact that after the beginning novel segments he is, at least for me, it's all interesting to get shades and their dialogue, new dialogue, and completely recontextualize all of the events that we've seen already in part 2, but he is, to me, the most interesting part of playthrough 2. So it's unfortunate that he isn't more prominent than he is. Hey, you're back. Have you learned anything new about the Shadow Lord's key? No, sorry, this is really hard. Loyal Cerberus might refer to a dog, but I've never seen anything that would fit the bill. Well, keep trying, Popola. You're kind of my last hope. I'll do what I can. And now we will leave and get told that we have a letter to pick up. That Popola very conveniently noticed to tell us because, as you know, after watching this many videos, Nier does not check his mail. He only remembers to check his mail when another character will tell him to check his mail. The King of Facade has sent us a letter letting us know that he's getting married and that we should head over right away. And let's go ahead and quick travel there right now. They turned our beautiful forests into this. No, my brother, we dare not. We cannot defeat these humans in direct combat. Have faith in me. I know they can learn to live alongside others. I know it well. Oh, my controller got disconnected. That was very confusing for a moment. Not confusing, but surprising is the apparent motivations that the wolves have.
I don't like shrimp. What if you can eat them?
Indeed you can. Long ago, people operated food stands where they impaled the creatures on skewers and fried them whole.
How the hell did you know that?
Who can say? I do not know. Some portions of the past were inexplicably clear in my memory.
Whatever, Gramps.
What was that, hussy?
The apparent motivations of the wolves, led by the Shade Wolf, seems to be very much at odds with what ends up happening in this part of the story, with what happens to Fira. So I'm very curious to see if more scenes will elaborate enough to explain that. I'm curious. I'm sure it will. I'm looking forward to it doing that. So before we do anything else, I want to check to see if we have a quest available here, and we don't. Yeah, so we do have to finish the story here first. Well, first things first, we're going to go to the Strange Things store so we can try to repair the damaged map. Maybe buy a groovy surfboard if we can. Hey, can you repair damaged books? Given time and the proper materials, yes. I'm almost afraid to ask, but what are the proper materials? It's a nice little line. I need 3 drops of machine oil, 3 eggplants, and 3 goat hides. I should have those already. I got the materials you requested, although I'm having a hard time figuring out how you're going to use them. One moment, please. You see, the machine oil loosens the grime, while the eggplant absorbs it. I can then use the goat hide to repair the damaged sections. There you are, your book is restored. Hey, that's great. Let's take it back to the client. Obtain restored treasure map, and that's great. So, once we get back to the village again, which we will after Facade, we'll go ahead and take the map to the blacksmith. Really quickly, I want to drop by the weapon shop just to make sure there isn't a weapon that I couldn't afford sitting there unbought. Yep, no items you can buy. We are good. Alright, to the King's Mansion. Now, going through this segment is definitely quite a bit shorter than some of the other ones. Since it's really just the story, the cutscenes, and then fighting the wolf. So I'm looking forward to any and all extra scenes that we get.
Have we met?
You have grown into a fine example of woman.
Kaine's gonna want to see this.
ユラ、そたさったら、最近、どうか、
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Congratulations on your wedding.
たく、
I'm sorry Kaine's not here, but
けことぐるなろ、よりせれ。や、
How can we refuse?
Apologies for skipping through a lot of that pretty quick. Hurry, one of our brothers is caught in a human trap. Why would they hunt us? Bunch of flea-ridden curs, can't be letting him spoil the king's wedding, eh? The night before the wedding, and in typical Nier fashion, it's revealed that the guard guards of Facade are the ones who instigated the wolves first. Kaine, what is wrong? I don't like this. Weddings are festive occasions, you know. Should I even be here? Perhaps you could slip a few profanities into the ceremony so you feel more at home. Shut up, asshole. It was a serious question. This city runs on rules, not prejudice, and besides, the queen owes you her life. You're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I guess. Will you at least procure a new set of lingerie for the festivities? Some spring colors, perhaps? Keep talking, Vice. It is not, definitely not quicker to jump. Oh wow, now it's really definitely not quicker to spam jump while you go through here. Oh, can't sleep. Weddings are so exciting, I may not sleep for days. Hell, Emil, it sounds like you're the one getting hitched. Yeah, I know. Although I'd like to get married someday. I mean, if I can find a girl who doesn't mind what I look like. Yeah, so what was your wedding like? Did you have a huge feast where you made lots of toast? Was there dancing jesters and bears on unicycles? And it was a long time ago, Emil. Well, would you ever have another one? Alright, that's enough weird questions. Go to sleep. Let's take a look at the Buster Sword again, especially since 7 Remake demo was out not too long ago. I think it's an important question. The harvest was weak again this year, and the people are beginning to go hungry. And our quarrel with the wolves has taken a turn for the worse, so yeah, I'm just reading this now because I think it's better to have this specific one fresh in our minds because the story of the wolves is told alongside it. The duties of a king are overwhelming. In truth, I feel somewhat guilty about holding a festival to celebrate my wedding.
I couldn't have spoken better myself. Your people deserve a moment of rest and celebration.
I guess that's true.
And what better than someone like trust me. This is a subject.
アルデルアッチに
We should make that a rule. Someone to fight for. Yes, I like the thought of that. Be strong, young one. Fight. What have we done to earn such wrath? You are right, my brother. We move tonight. The humans will pay for what they have done. God, I forgot just how sad that is. The animation for that wolf is just brutal. heart-wrenching even. And honestly, that's as far as the changes in part 2 go. The transition from the king and Nier talking about people to fight for to the just the hard cut to a dead wolf is really good. And thus, in front of these beloved guests, in per Rule 904, I hereby request that you seal your union with a kiss. This sort of thing's always hard for me. The wolves are coming. Run.
That wolf is a shade.
You raped our forests and poisoned our streams. And now you slaughter our young. We will abide your existence no longer, mankind. You will atone for your sins with blood.
Here! Here! さて久しを決戦
改ざんぐさちあちわれ
いやこんたよりに
たくあたきおよりかちそれでたく
いや痛いいやあ待てろ
たかりきたたさすぞりったできた
いやキュータコスキタ小さい暮らしだぞさちとケルタコスキタ
改造
歌を打ってぐっとより打ってやはりコスキタインコゼルガーゼシ
I would rethink this course of action, King. Ahead lies a battle you cannot win.
カイゼムより
ザフヤ出せ
ニン
ザルスゼルガーザルするなゾルキアール
ゾデイオラリキタゴユリペルアトルカイゼムタトデクラックルトデクゼルガンツォイカラツグキテテカイゼムタエキウサカイゼラオットときてソ 戦い
Meal floating around. The king's grief is strong. I doubt he will stand down at this point. I think you're right. Sooner or later, he'll go charging into the wolves' den. Will we let him go by himself? Of course not. Then we must prepare for the fight. It will not be an easy one. I know. So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and end the video right there, and we'll finish up Facade and get the Loyal Cerberus fragment in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and Facade in general is probably my favorite part about this game. Well, that's a big statement. It's definitely my favorite area, and I'm really in love with the culture and learning about it and the characters and the emotional weight of the story that centers around Facade. And really there's just more evidence to that because, and we haven't seen the end of it, but I also think that the wolves get the best of the new content in playthrough 2 as well. It's very powerful, like a lot more powerful, centered around, when thinking about it, when we've previously just had a very one-sided view of things from Facade. Alright, see you in the next one.